Hello everyone, and welcome back to English Mini Classroom. This session is designed for C1 level English learners. Today, we will analyse a reading comprehension passage from the 2022 postgraduate entrance exam, which explores the concept of plant consciousness and the scientific debate surrounding it. The idea that plants have some degree of consciousness first took root in the early 2000s. The term plant neurobiology was coined around the notion that some aspects of plant behaviour could be compared to intelligence in animals. Though plants lack brains, the firing of electrical signals in their stems and leaves nonetheless triggered responses that hinted at consciousness, researchers previously reported. But such an idea is untrue, according to a New Opinion article. Plant biology is complex and fascinating, but it differs so greatly from that of animals that so-called evidence of plants' intelligence is inconclusive, the authors wrote. Beginning in 2006, some scientists have argued that plants possess neuron-like cells that interact with hormones and neurotransmitters, forming a plant nervous system analogous to that in animals, said lead study author Lincoln Tays. They even claimed that plants have brain-like command centers at their root tips. This perspective makes sense if you simplify the workings of a complex brain, reducing it to an array of electrical pulses. Cells in plants also communicate through electrical signals. However, the signaling in a plant is only superficially similar to the firing in a complex animal brain, which is more than a mass of cells that communicate by electricity, Ties said. For consciousness to evolve, a brain with a level of complexity and capacity is required, he added. Since plants don't have nervous systems, the chances that they have consciousness are effectively zero. And what's so great about consciousness anyway? Plants can't run away from danger, so investing energy in a body system which recognizes a threat and can feel pain would be a very poor evolutionary strategy, according to the article. Now, I'm going to ask you 2 questions about today's video. Write your answers in a comment down below. 1. Why do some scientists believe that plants may exhibit behaviours similar to intelligence in animals? 2. According to Lincoln Ties, why is it unlikely that plants have consciousness? That's all for today's lesson. Keep practicing your English, and I'll see you next time. Hello everyone, and welcome back to English Mini Classroom. This session is designed for C1 level English learners. Today, we will analyse a reading comprehension passage from the 2022 postgraduate entrance exam, which explores the growing partnerships between artists and scientists and the unique outcomes these collaborations produce. Enlightening, challenging, stimulating, fun. These were some of the words that Nature readers used to describe their experience of art-science collaborations in a series of articles on partnerships between artists and researchers. Nearly 40% of the roughly 350 people who responded to an accompanying poll said they had collaborated with artists, and almost all said they would consider doing so in future. Such an encouraging result is not surprising. Scientists are increasingly seeking out visual artists to help them communicate their work to new audiences. Artists help scientists reach a broader audience and make emotional connections that enhance learning, one respondent said. One example of how artists and scientists have together rocked the scenes came last month when the Sydney Symphony Orchestra performed a reworked version of Antonio Vivaldi's The Four Seasons. They reimagined the 300-year-old score by injecting the latest climate prediction data for each season, provided by Monash University's Climate Change Communication Research Hub. The performance was a creative call to action ahead of November's United Nations Climate Change Conference in Glasgow, UK. But a genuine partnership must be a two-way street. Fewer artists than scientists responded to the Nature poll. However, several respondents noted that artists do not simply assist scientists with their communication requirements, nor should their work be considered only as an object of study. The alliances are most valuable when scientists and artists have a shared stake in a project, are able to jointly design it and can critique each other's work. Such an approach can both prompt new research as well as result in powerful art. More than half a century ago, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology opened its Center for Advanced Visual Studies to explore the role of technology in culture. The founders deliberately focused their projects around light, hence the visual studies in the name. Light was something that both artists and scientists had an interest in, and therefore could form the basis of collaboration. As science and technology progressed and divided into more subdisciplines, the Center was simultaneously looking to a time when leading researchers could also be artists, writers, and poets, and vice versa. Nature's poll findings suggest that this trend is as strong as ever. But to make a collaboration work, both sides need to invest time and embrace surprise and challenge. The reach of art-science tie-ups needs to go beyond the necessary purpose of research communication, and participants must not fall into the trap of stereotyping each other. Artists and scientists alike are immersed in discovery and invention, and challenge and critique are core to both too. Now that we have read the article, I would like you to reflect on the following questions and share your thoughts. 1. How have art-science collaborations been received according to the article? 2. Why was the reworked version of the Four Seasons mentioned, and what does it demonstrate? 3. What concerns do some artists have about their role in art-science partnerships? 4. What is said about the role and significance of the Center for Advanced Visual Studies? 5. According to the author, what is necessary for successful art-science collaborations? That's all for today's lesson. Keep practicing your English, and I'll see you next time.